This episode is going to be focused on one of the most underrated values that we have: time. Have you ever heard the words, time is our most valuable asset and that we have to invest smart because we're never going to get it back? One of the biggest problems with us, human beings, is that we like to think that we have time. While the truth is, time doesn't care about us. Whatever you're doing, it always moves forward, never backwards. It moves with the present. And the past, well, it doesn't exist. Have you ever been thinking about something that happened to you in your past? So much that you've got into depression. You wanted to change it, but somehow it never worked. We, the human beings, are capable of doing pretty much everything that we set our mind to. But if there is one thing that we are sure not able to do, it's changing our past. It's gone forever. I know some people that always are sad because of something that happened to them in the past. Something that had a huge impact in their lives and now they're trapped in there. Luckily, some of them were kind enough to let me give them a small exercise to do. I told them to not think about anything that has to do with the past or the future, but only to be in the present for 5 seconds. After they've done that, I asked if they could feel any sort of discomfort or sadness in those 5 seconds. Almost all of them said no. It wasn't that much to it. But the moral of the exercise was to show them that it is impossible to feel sad if you always live in the present. If you're not preoccupied thinking about what happened in the past. If you're conscious enough to realize that you're here and now. It is hard, extremely hard, to be able to live in the present. It takes work, lots of work and understandings. But trust me, it is worth it. When it comes to productivity and time management, there are two types of people in this world. The ones that waste their time, the so-called wasters, and the ones that are constantly working with it, the builders. Some people use the excuse to not get things done by saying that they have less time than others. But the truth is, we all have the same amount of hours in a day. Nobody has less, nobody has more than 24 hours per day. The thing is that ordinary people think of spending the time. Parties, hanging out with friends non-stop, drinking, getting wasted, always being on social media, and so on. While great people think of spending the time that they have in their favor. While you're partying or playing video games without getting anything good out of it, there is someone out there working hard on building something. The only difference is that that person will give you the salary. As said, we all have the same amount of hours in a day. You should remember that once the day is over, you can't get it back. So you might as well make these hours count. Imagine that there is a bank that fills your account with $86,400 every day, but the money will not last from a day to another. So at the end of the day, your account shows $0. You can't save them. I bet you would spend every penny just so that they don't get lost. Well, this bank really exists, and it's called the time. Every morning you get 86,400 seconds, and by the end of the day, these disappear. Even if you use them in a good or a bad way. Every day, a new account opens, and by the end of it, everything that was on it is gone. Fill your day with work. Be busy, but not busy getting drunk 24/7. Don't make yourself regret the time that you have. Don't use it on pointless things. TV shows, political debates, celebrity fights are all there to steal your time. It is of course up to you to decide what you want to do with your time. I see lots of teenagers, and not only, that say something like, "Nah man, I'll do it tomorrow." But my question is, are you sure that you will wake up tomorrow? Don't make yourself regret it. Do what you can while you're young, while you have the energy and power, before it's too late. For now, think of life like it is a mountain. It's got uphills and downhills. The way up is hard, challenging, sweaty, dangerous. You will meet rain, snow, wind, everything on your way up. Things and conditions that will apparently try to drag you back down. If you're a strong person, a person that will not give up because of some rain and some snow, you will fight, and in the end, you will find yourself at the top of the mountain. You will realize that from up there, you can see everything. You can see what you had to go through to get up there. You will not blame the rain and the snow because they tried to stop you, but instead, you will praise them because they taught you that the way up is always difficult, but worth it. Now that you're at the top, you can see all the ones that didn't believe in you when you told them that you want to climb that mountain. You will see the ones that tried to climb it before you, but never made it because of the obstacles. They fell and backed down. But when you fell, you got up and continued because you remembered why you chose to climb it in the first place. Now that you're up there, you will see that the way down is easy to climb. And because of the coldness up there, you'll want to just get down. But when you'll remember how hard the way up was, you will toughen up and keep yourself at the peak of the mountain. You will sometimes be defeated by the wind and the coldness. But you keep in mind that the reason you're up there is because you're strong enough and able to take the challenges. The moral of this is that it is indeed extremely hard to get to the top in any field, but being there is wonderful and the hard work is always worth it. When it gets hard, people tend to think twice before they continue. Most of them are going to turn around and give up, most likely to regret it afterwards. The small group, however, that will continue to go up and take the challenges will most likely get to the top. The time that you spend thinking about how hard it can get is the time that will destroy your confidence. I always hear words like, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for that. Definitely not that. Now, if you're spending your whole time playing video games, it's not that you don't have time for other things, it's that you don't want to. It depends a lot, of course, but the idea is there. Not that long ago, I've got invited to a birthday party. I refused to go. But I didn't say that I can't go. I said that I don't want to go because there are more important things that I have to take care of right now than going to a party doing nothing but looking at drunk teenagers. You shouldn't feel bad for denying an invitation if you don't feel like going to because you have other more important things that you have to take care of. The ones that will not understand that are not worth your time. Another thing that I find weird is the amount of people that say, I'm f***ing bored. I mean, with all the free time these people have, they could build an empire. Living a monotone life will eventually become painful. Doing the same thing over and over again without making any progress will eventually drive you into depression. And I really doubt that someone wants that. But all in all, if you have the determination, the discipline, and the will, you have everything in order to become the best. A good mentor is also an advantage. Talent, however, is just something they make movies in Hollywood about.